Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Clair, Obscur, Expedition 33. I'm your host, Color's Fate. It's episode 12. So we're here beyond the Stone Wave Cliffs. We have Verso in our party, and we need to go do something for Maya.
Head for the monolith, through the quarry to the north.
We do want to do that. There's a vendor right over there that you can see, and that vendor underneath this Paris Eiffel Tower that's all smashed. That guy right there has two things to sell you, but he won't sell them to you until you find another party member. This game asks you to come back to places. Later on, when we get kind of the full power of Esquier, when he's all powered up and he can fly, then you want to go around and explore everything. That's when it really pays to have a way to sort of check everything, to mark off your progress, which is why I like the Map Genie map, which has already told me that I've left a few things behind. But some stuff on the map that's not marked is because you actually can't get to it right now. You have to come back later. Anyway, we're going to try and get this off of this dude. So let's set up our party. Mael, do you want to try and get this guy by yourself? What do you got? Recover health on hitting a marked enemy once per turn. Gain powerful of fighting alone. Recover health on a base attack. What's the rest? She's got 2 more points here. Okay, so she can dodge or not. That we'll need it, but yeah. All right. We're going to try this in that case. We got this party. We're going to change someone's hairstyle or wardrobe so that we can save the game right here. All right, let's give it a go. We're probably going to fail this a few times. Chromatic jar, he's tough.
Okay.
I can't believe I remembered that combo.
For me.
Okay, I failed that one. All right. No, there's no need to send in the reserve team. We got to learn how to do it with her. Because really, this guy's so tough that at this level, the best thing to do is just figure out how to parry him. So that's different than the other attack where he smashes into the ground. Oh, I missed it. Okay, like that one. And then he smashes again and again. All right. I think those are his 3 main attacks. I'm not sure he's got a 4th.
Okay. On me.
All right, darling dear, you've got all the damage there from doing counters, so let's see about let's do per se.
Okay.
Got through that one. Now we're going to see if we can mark him. Like that, and we're going to get some of our health back. Oh, and she died. Okay. Well, to get the timings a little better, I'm going to send the whole team in here to keep working on the timings. Let's set him on fire.
Feel the burn. Careful, Verso.
He's weak to dark damage. He's weak to dark damage. Alright, what can you do? You get 10 foretell on him no matter what, so let's mark him.
No more tricks.
Because he doesn't like that very much. And he's weak to fire. Okay. So, Verso, this is our first time getting to see him in combat. He gains perfection every time he deals damage or manages to parry or dodge. A higher perfection rank increases his damage. Some skills have additional effects at specific perfection ranks. Taking any damage removes one perfection rank unless you have a specific weapon equipped. So, for his skills... we didn't set up his skills ahead of time. Okay. Bummer. Alright. Well, we'll probably want to start over. See how long our group can live.
Watch out.
Yeah. I'm too fast on that hit.
Danger.
That's okay. We need to start over anyways. So what we really need to do is camp, because he's got to set up his skills. And you can't do it if you're not at a flag. So let's learn skills for Verso. She's got a new skill. She's got 5, so there's nothing really she can learn right now except for this. Deals low dark damage to all enemies. Consumes foretell. We're not really concerned about that. She's got a 6 right here. Deals increasingly high fire damage to all enemies every turn until Luna receives damage. Stuns self if interrupted. Wow. Or she's got 2 more that she can learn here. She's got this, which is revitalization. This is it heals allies by 40 to 60% health, and then it consumes fire to also apply regen, which is nice. Deals very high single target lightning damage, 6 hits. Critical hits trigger an additional hit. Elemental Trick, which deals low damage. Critical hits generate the corresponding stain. And Crippling Tsunami deals medium ice damage to all enemies. 1 hit applies slow. So, and then Elemental Genesis, where we really want to be. I'm wondering, very high single target lightning damage. Let's get that for you. I don't know, I might want this right now. Might want revitalization for her. Because then we'd have to get rid of Mayhem, and that's fine. Okay, Verso, you gotta learn some stuff. What's going on with you? You got 21 skill points available. Okay. So this is the one he learned. He's got his self buff. This is recovers 50% of his health, which is really nice for him. On his own, this is deals low single target damage, 1 hit, uses a weapon as element, and applies mark. Deals low single target physical damage. D gives more perfection. Deals single target medium light damage. 2 hits, dispels self status effects. That's nice to have early on. Applies powerful to 1 to 3 allies, increasing damage to deal for 3 turns. Gives 0 to 2 perfection. And at A level, his duration is increased to 5 turns. Sure, that's a nice buff for you to have. I don't always use it, but Berserk Slash, this is nice because it damage to increase for each health versus missing. Don't always like that, have that happen, no. Deals high single target physical damage that applies mark on 2 hits. Costs 30% of his current health, which he can get bad. Deals very high single target light damage. One hit can break, so he needs that. That'll be one that he'll probably hang on to for a good portion of the game. This is damage increase for each free aim shot that he takes, which is really great in any situation where he's going to be constantly earning AP from parrying. So he's going to have a lot of chances to he could just shoot a whole bunch of times, and then that skill only costs 2 AP when you're at S tier. So it's pretty nice. Deals low single target physical damage. One hit, plays the second time, kills non-bosses. So nice. All right, we got a bunch of skills for him. We got to figure out what to use. 5 hits, uses the weapons element. Critical hits generate an additional perfection. Yeah, we'll leave that one. We'll get rid of this. I just want to remove it, you goon. Okay. Let's get his healing ones. Where's his healing ones? Powerful, perfect. Let's put powerful here. I don't know that we're going to use that one a lot, but perfect recovery down here. Okay, for the time being, this is what I'm setting it up with. Quick strike when he's in D, his lowest level. It'll give him more perfection, help him level up fast. Level that ability up fast. Assault 0, which is going to multi-hit. Perfect break, which when he gets to S tier, it's going to do really high damage. And then a buff for his friends. This will heal him if something's on fire. It does medium single target damage. And perfect recovery to help him with his health. And then for his weapon, we got to upgrade attributes. We got to see what his weapon is first. Because I can't remember. Well, he gets all the same weapons as Gustav. So let's have Verso take a look at his weapons. What do we got? 50% increased damage on rank D, but then you don't get a damage bonus on any other ranks. So I'm not really interested in that. Ice. What was that creature weak to? It was weak to dark, that's for sure. The rest of these are all physical. So he has the Verleso to start with. Can't lose perfection, no damage increase from rank. Which it's like kind of like, you know, then you're not getting much of the benefit of it. Rank can't be lower than C. Base attack gives 4 perfection. The Lancer Ram is kind of nice. Casting a light skill increases the damage of the next physical skill by 50% and vice versa. It's just really low level and it doesn't do a lot of damage right now. Start in rank B, but 50% health. You'd have to be able to dodge perfectly and heal back up really fast, but then you start on rank B. So there's a huge advantage to that on anything where you're not going to get hit, which would be kind of cool. I almost want to try that out on this particular creature because starting in rank B would be pretty damn cool. Yeah, let's give it a shot. What the hell? All right. So what I learned about this fight is that his one stab into the ground attack was just too hard for me to parry. This one. Not this one. This is a smash into the ground.
On me.
And this is his easiest one to defend against. The combo is fairly easy to defend against. You have to hit 4 quick parries in a row, then an overhead, and then a final overhead. Gives Mile a chance to counter and hit him for a lot of damage. And then with her, we're trying to get per se off, and we're trying to get it off marked. It costs us 2 to fire it. When it's marked, it'll do maximum 9,000 damage. That's the hard one. And that second and third hit, see, there was a dodge instead of a perfect. And he's going to do it again. Smashing combo. So what I learned is I really had to watch for the words smashing combo. And then I had to choose to dodge him and not try to parry those attacks because I just could not get the timing down. This is her best shot. Gives her a chance to counter. This is nice because it feels like a reprieve. Like, for a split second in this fight, things aren't going to go nuts. So again, we're looking for a mark like that one. And now we're going to fire this off because per se does more damage when the target's marked. And there's your maximum amount of damage at this point in the game. that damage cap goes away later on. So there's smashing combo, dodge. You can see it wasn't perfect. I would have died. Dodge. Again, it'll say perfect. If it says perfect, that means you could have parried it. It would have been a parry too. But you can see I'm getting a lot of dodges on that attack because I can't hit it perfectly. Now, she didn't do as much damage because she's in defensive stance, which sucks. So he's on fire and we need to get him back. So she's going to go back into virtuous stance so she can retaliate. Because it really helps her counterattack to have that extra 200% damage. So there's another dodge on the smashing combo. This part of it's not bad, the jumping. Survived another one. There's a mark, but I keep going because I had so much AP. There's another mark. Now we're going to do per se again. And there's 9, almost max damage. But she's in defensive stance again, so a paltry 1700 damage. And then I missed 2 hits here, which really stinks. So now we need to attack. We need to attack him when he's marked because we can get some health back. That dodge would have killed me. So we got a mark. We get some health back. Got another mark. But we really need to get him back over to his her main attack, her best offense. And I thought she had a Pictos on her that was going to help her get health back on a base attack, but apparently I took that off. It's called Lifesteal. Normally I have it on her. So offensive stance, just under 3,000. That's why you really got to get her in virtuous stance. And just try to keep her there, which is why we're going after him, because he has a weapon that helps with that. It costs 3 to run Swift Stride on him and get her back in virtuous. Another dodge that wouldn't have been perfect. And he goes for it twice in a row, which is like trying on your patience and your fatigue. You got to be so mentally acute on this. No marks. So that only gets you 3,000.
Okay.
And again, defensive 1700 is just not great. But he's halfway down. Until that happens. So at that point in time, I was like, okay, send in the reserve team, because I have these guys kind of set up to do it. This thing is weak to lightning, earth, and cold damage, I believe, and burn. So he's weak to all the elementals, which is really nice.
Look out.
Everybody crit there. And he can be broken. He's got his stagger bar just about maxed out. She's just trying to gather points here. She's got to get foretell on him and then get enough AP so that when she's in Twilight, she can do max damage. We know about his perfection now and how it works. He's using a weapon that does earth damage.
go.
So for her 5 points, not a lot. It's best to get her.
It's locked on you.
It really would have been better to just get her some more points here, which is what I did. I got her to 6. And then he doesn't have a lot of hit points, and so he took one on the chin there. And now it's like, oh, we need him back up for his damage output, especially when they're all jumping and doing damage. So, and of course, he loses all his perfection with that. But he's got a ton of AP. There's a dodge that would have cost everybody their lives because it wasn't perfect if it was a parry attempt. And the thing is, after you failed the first parry, there's no sense in continuing to try to parry his attacks. You failed, you're not going to get the counterattack. You need to just dodge at that point, especially because it's more forgiving. So here I'm just trying to do the math and figure out, okay, if I put her into...
Let me flow.
Yeah, she did max damage there, and that puts her into Twilight, and she's got 9 AP, so she'll be able to pull something off fairly decent next turn. We'd like to get him to S tier if we can stop him from getting hit and dying. One thing I notice is I think he does this smashing combo at different speeds. There are times when his first attack is kind of slow and you can see it coming, and then there are times when it seems like it's really fast. So that could just be me. I'd have to go through the video.
It's locked on you.
She gets a lot of crits in on that one. It's amazing though when you're praying for this attack so that you can get big counterattacks off. And that attack is nutty. So she's going to try to run Mayhem here. We're going to see what it does. Pretty chunky, but not as good as it could be. She's got a much better attack later on. She has a serious bomb later on. So we're just going to do this little tiny attack to try to keep building his perfection up. She's in Twilight, but this is her last turn of Twilight. So we got to launch the biggest attack she has, Phantom Blade. I mean, her damage... That was her best attack, and the damage on it was half of what Mael can do when she's maxed in her virtuous stance. Like that one seems really fast right there. The stabbing part of the attack. At this point in time, I'm just like, please don't die. We're so close.
Feel the burn.
So we're going to light him on fire because so many things key off of fire, although not necessarily with Verso, but for him, it's like, can we break him? Yep, and now he's in S. So it skips a turn. She's not in Twilight, and she's not even close, and this thing's going to die before she can probably do it. So at this point in time, it's just like, well, mark it for somebody else to do a little extra damage.
A storm is coming.
An easy attack, finally, thank goodness. So she's got 9, but she has no stains. That's the sad part. So she's got 9 AP and no stains, and I'm like, well, I'll try Mayhem. This was a bad idea. With only 1 stain, it just does 1 little tiny hit. It was like, oh, dumb. Should have just done something else. But he's got S Perfection, so he can use a pretty chunky attack there, and the thing dies. And you can see CL got 2.5 levels off of that thing. But this is why you really want to do it. You get this, the Jarum, a weapon for Mael, and it's absolutely awesome because its ability is so cool. What it does is switch to Virtuous Stance on a counterattack, and then it applies 5 burn on a counterattack. It also does quite a bit more damage. So, as a weapon for her, that thing is just incredibly awesome. Because it helps keep her in virtuous stance when we have her out there as a solo lead character on a lot of enemies. Now we are ready to go do some other things around here. This episode is just going to be a lot of trying to kind of do some cleanup around this area. Can we get on here? There's a beach over here. Okay. So here's one of our lost boys. Doink. Here's one of our lost Gestrels that we're looking for. I'm not lost at all. Sastro's waiting for you. I was getting bored here anyway. Yeah, you were. So that guy is done. And then what is this over here? We have
Good stuff.
shared care. When healing an ally, also heals self for 50% of that value. Ooh. Oh, that's fun. I didn't pick that up my first playthrough. This is one of the things I like about the game is finding new things to do. Healing tints also remove all status effects. We need that. Play first strike. I don't care about this. So let's go for the one we just got. Healing tint. What is... No, not healing tint energy. What is it? Healing tint also gives 1 AP. Shared care. Oh, fun. Let's try that. 50% increased damage on the first hit once per battle. I don't care about that either. Let's put something else in here. Healing tint energy. What is this one? Healing tints also give 1 AP. Okay, we'll do that. Energizing pain. No longer gain AP and parry. I don't care about that one. Breaking shots. 50% increased breaks damage with free aim shots. I do care about that with her. Oh yeah, so there's healing mark. Recover 25% health on hitting a marked enemy. I like that for her, but I'd rather have a different one. Energizing pain. Breaking shots. Let's put breaking shots. Gain powerful of fighting alone. We like that, but what I really want is this one. Attack lifesteal. And then we're going to try to get some of these other ones that are like confident. Take 50% less damage, but can't be healed. Not one that I like. Okay. And then what is this? White tree. I think this might just be one of these little locations that gives you a record. Yep, it's got a journal and a record. So here's the journal.
Isabel of 36. Winter's souls drift through the night and land soft upon the moonlit vale, whose snowy shrouds hold tight the hope I'd whispered once long ago. Golden folds adorn the stems, a maze our eyes back to follow, a meditation.
This world is full of wonders.
Yet everywhere we go, we walk with death.
Okay, that was entirely too much poetry for me. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of poetry. Just not. Doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, let's see where we're at on the map. Right there. So if we follow this coastline down here, then we may be able to get something down here. What do we have? Oh, yeah. This is where the game shows a little bit of its whimsy. The Gestral Beach. We'll go.
This looks like fun.
Yeah.
This looks like a waste of time.
Yes. So I like it how one character says that. There's usually some kind of game you can do or some kind of parkour challenge or something. It's been a while. What is this place? A beach. What are you doing here? Training hard every day to reach the end of this parkour course. Yeah. So, I desperately need a new swimsuit. So my mate is over there. Can't miss him. He's one ugly mate. Enjoy falling. Yeah. So. Oh my gosh. Does it start here? Let me show you what parkour is like in this game, because it really is kind of abysmal. Yeah, so. Also, the characters aren't centered on the screen, so it kind of makes it really hard. Because they do that roll thing. So, I don't know whose idea this was. Oh my god. Okay, I'm going to give this one more shot and then I quit. I really hate platforming in all video games. Huge reason why I was never a big Mario fan, because the whole game was platforming. Alright, what can we do here? Can we get it? Can we just walk over here? The water coming up is making me nervous. What the hell just happened there? Yeah, and so when you fall down, you don't restart from like the nearest location that might not be bad. You restart here. You restart all the way back at the beginning, so. Obviously, I'm done with that garbage. So again, just another JRPG thing that I don't think adds anything to the game other than to make it frustrating and kind of stupid. This is why everybody who's giving this game a 10 out of 10 score, and I'm just like, I'm fine with 9 out of 10. You really got to knock my socks off to be a 10 out of 10, and this just isn't it. So I love it. It's a great game, no question. I do think it'll probably win Game of the Year, but man, it's just, I really question some of the design decisions. And like his constant flopping, I don't like that. I need a toggle to turn that off. Okay, what else is up in this direction? There's a couple locations here that I don't think we can get to until we can actually fly. But there is another lost Gestrel over to the west here. So let's see if we can get him. There's dudes on a beach. Oh, is he here? See these underwater locations? We can't go there yet. As soon as SGA can go, then we're good. Yeah, I think this is where he's at. Is there a lost Gestrel here? No. Yeah. Yeah, it's somewhere around here. It shows it by a little cluster of trees here. Now, it could be up above. Go way back. I don't see anything up there, though. So the map is saying there's one here. Hello. Worky, please. Okay, Mayo. Oh, darn it. I forgot to change your weapon. Son of a gun. Okay. Get out of here. Marked. I got 2 more back. Oh, son of a gun. Okay. That thing's dead. Oh no, I must have added it because... Okay, I did change your weapon. She counteracted and just went to Virtuous and she totally crushed that guy, which is fantastic. So we can go to break its... Well, let's do this. We got 7. Gosh. What we're going to do is bust all its shields down. Then we're going to add defenseless. And the reason we want to bust his shields is this is one hit. It's still going to do a pretty good chunk of damage because she's unvirtuous and has 200%. So, and it nearly killed it. And there goes the fire. Which, so again, I mean, we continue. This is Jarum. This thing is just badass. There are a couple other weapons later on that are situationally also very badass. Lightorim
What have we
got an
here?
upgrade. Now, we were fighting that big fat thing, and I was using this because it was immune. It was vulnerable to elements. This is 304 power. It does earth damage. It's based on agility and luck. And when hit, lose 1 perfection instead of 1 rank. I kind of like that. I don't want him losing ranks if possible. And nothing else really does. This one does ice damage. Don't lose rank when taking damage from powerless. We've talked about that before. 50% increased damage on rank D, but no damage increase on the other ranks. And that's a drawback that I don't really want to do. Can't lose perfection. No damage increase from rank. No damage increase from rank. The no damage increase from rank thing is not something I care about. Energizing heal on healing an ally. Also give 2 AP. That's nice. Lune, what do you got right here? You haven't fought, so we got to get you guys some fights. Let's go this way. And then I need to make a note in my map. This guy over here, don't fight him. You're not ready. Not even close. Is there anything over here? There is a vendor. Let's see if he has anything. A skirt, vintage haircut, and some civilian clothes. Okay. Not a big deal there then. Now, there's something back here.
Nice.
All these little pauses you see in the video are me stopping the recording and going to edit my map that I use from Map Genie so I can track everything. This is really another game kind of like Elden Ring where tracking all this stuff is really pays off. Now, there's that big bozo, super hard. In fact, I haven't beaten him on my other game yet. There's nothing else here that we can reach. That's the direction we need to go, I believe. Isn't it? Yep, the Forgotten Battlefield. Okay. So we're going to run around the edges here. See if there's anything we can get to. Can he smash through these yet? No. Okay. All this coral prevents you from going certain places yet. It's another way that they kind of gatekeep some things. So he'll eventually be able to smash through coral. And then he'll be able to fly. This is another beach. Jestral Beach, I think. Yeah, it's just, again, it's going to be some kind of weird parkour challenge or something. We'll fight these guys, though, because they might give us a weapon or a Pictus upgrade. Oops.
Let's dance.
Well,
Let's dance.
okay. You're going down. Oh, it's got a mark on it? Wow. He's gonna shield his allies, but not himself. You don't have any allies left, buddy. 3-hit combo. I suck at these.
On guard.
Can I get him marked? Mark him? Maybe. Mark him. Mark. There he is. He's finally marked at the end. Just so she can get some health back. Smile goes up. Alright. Berlurum gets upgrades. Yeah, so again, a weapon upgrade. That's why you like to get these overworld guys. And the Pictos upgraded confident goes to level 10. So there's something here. Accelerating heal. Healing an ally also applies rush for 1 turn. That's nice. I need to check my stuff here. We had her set up for fighting that monster. That's right, I switched. I got breaking shots, dodger, energizing break. Plus AP on breaking a target. Gain shell of fighting alone. Apply powerful for 3 turns when revived. Well, that's probably not going to happen. 50% increased break damage on a counterattack. Oh, we'll take that. Okay. So we don't have critical burn on. Just got a lot of fighting alone kind of things. Here's what we're going to do. Lune has some Pictos that need to be learned, so we're adding her back into the party. CL, what do you got? You don't have any. What about Verso? Versos are also normal. Okay, they're fully mastered. We're going to bring her with me, so she can start getting her Pictos, these Pictos mastered. I saw a pretty funny post on Reddit this morning, actually. Person said that they couldn't understand why the game was getting so bloody hard and it was taking like a half an hour to kill enemies. They had missed the tutorial about Pictos and Luminos, and they were still using the same 3 Pictos that they'd started the game with and had no Luminous slotted. It's like, oh brother, man, that's tough. Okay, there you go. You're dead. You're dead and you're marked. Now, let's just stab him.
Chroma is flowing.
Yeah, it is. Oh, we gotta reset her. I don't want Ice Lance. Let's do... This is why I wish we had loadouts, man. Oh yeah, go after her and not after Mael.
Lune, watch out!
Of course you're going after her instead of Mael. Mael. Switch to Virtuous Stance, please.
The storm is coming.
Let's do this then. Let's get some points. More action points.
Take cover.
You're dead. Oh, bummer. Too soon. Let's poke him. Yeah, so that gets her some help there. Alright. Accelerate in last stand, learn. I don't think we have anything else here. Let's grab the fast guy. Oh, what is this? What is this location? Oh, the painting workshop. Okay. It says danger, but the only danger is that you have to do parkour. It's going to be easier with her. Famous last words. So this is something that I never quite... God, I hate that. I hate how the character isn't centered. No, don't roll off. They will roll right off that edge there, which is because they got that little flippy kick. So there's the boy here again. Lost soul adrift in twilight. Her paintbrush wielded darkness, and from it the monster emerged. She wove her spite into the canvas, birthing a horror to plague my nights. Your hand holds the power to unweave the terror she wove. You can dissolve the nightmare. Will you help me? We will. Remember, the light and dark dance together, but light must lead. A lamp that can be used to awaken the beast. So, you just have to kind of follow this light down there. This is the hard part. It's like, no. Oh, God. Okay. Holy cow. All right, down here. Don't you dare. Yeah, so you can see how this is... how this works. Where do we need to go from here? Over here? Oh, yeah. Doink. Doink. So half the trouble is just getting down here, and then you can see this thing here that looks kind of like the lamplighter from before that we fought. Statue of a beast. Do you want to use the light of the beast? Sure. Story of the beast is written. Its depths where the shadows, in the depths where the shadows sigh, lurks a beast beneath the sky, still incomplete, its lair closed off. So I actually have no idea what that means. I'm gonna have to find out. Okay, guys, this is why I make guides to things instead of relying on other people's guides, because they just leave out crucial, important information. So sad. What you need to do is go through the parkour section. There are 3 of these paintress workshops, and you receive the key item in each workshop from the faceless boy. So we received the light of the beast in this workshop, and now we have to go over here to this location. Well, I think all we had to do is place it in the statue. Yeah. So we placed it that previous part there when we got asked, do you want to use the light of the beast right here by the statue? That was taking the thing from the boy and doing whatever the game wants you to do with it. We have to do that for 2 more workshops, and one of them you can't get to until SGA can fly. So at this point in time, you're done with this workshop. Once you do all 3 workshops, grab all 3 different items from the boy, insert them in all 3 statues or whatever's going on there, then that doorway over there will unlock, and you'll get to fight a harder version of the Lampmaster. So broken concept. Well, we can upgrade our attributes while we're here, but Verso, oh, you've got 72 points. Oh, I need to that's why it was so hard for you during that fight. We hadn't put any of your points in your attributes. Okay, we got to figure out something to do with you. We got to pick a weapon for him. I will have to pick a weapon for him. In the meantime, we should be able to just fall off and start back at the beginning. Oh no, we start there. Wait a minute. How the hell do we get out of here then? Oh, it's over here. I remember this part. There is an exit. Right there. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, there we go. We have messed around long enough with the various things. So there's one of the paintings. There is one other one at ground level that we can get, I think, and then there's a flying one. So, folks, this is where we're going to leave it. Hanging out on the beach where life is good. That critter again over there. Again, don't attack him at this level. He's madness. I have yet to beat him on any of my playthroughs, but hopefully we can do it on this one. Everyone, thanks for watching as usual. If you dig it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave your questions and comments down below, and I'll see you next time. Until then, happy gaming, everyone.